You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Sam Altman lands in Seoul on June 14th to negotiate memory chip supply for Stargate, a $500 billion AI infrastructure project that needs 75% of Samsung and SK Hynix's combined monthly output. Korea Shipbuilding selected Siemens as its digital shipyard partner, and SeAH Steel just won a contract supplying 1,750 tons of specialist stainless pipe to Britain's government-backed carbon capture cluster. Three industries, one direction. Korean industrial players are being pulled into the infrastructure of the next decade, whether that's AI compute, autonomous manufacturing, or carbon capture. It's Friday, June 12th. Let's take a look at a key development in Korea's industry sector. Korean industrial firms are executing on two parallel tracks simultaneously. AI infrastructure demand is creating semiconductor supply pressure that places Korea at the center of the global AI build-out, while the energy transition is opening European export markets for Korean specialty steel, submarine cables, and offshore engineering. The labor shortage in Korea's heavy industries, particularly shipbuilding, is making AI-driven automation structurally necessary rather than optional. Both forces are converging in 2026 as global capital routes through Korea, both as a chip supplier and a clean energy materials exporter. Where do you start with a week this dense? Here's what the numbers show. Stargate requires 900,000 wafers per month of high-performance DRAM, equivalent to 75% of Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix's combined monthly output, which is why Sam Altman meets Samsung's semiconductor chief John Young-hyun at the Suwon campus on June 15th. Samsung Electronics is supplying high-performance, low-power memory for Stargate, and Samsung SDS is designing AI data center infrastructure for the $500 billion 10-gigawatt build-out across the United States. The dependency works both ways. If Samsung or SK Hynix faces any supply disruption, Stargate stalls. Altman has to get this allocation locked in before construction accelerates further. Korea Shipbuilding selected German industrial firm Siemens as its preferred partner for the future of shipyard platform, a virtual simulation system that verifies manufacturing economics before deploying physical automation at each production stage, and is in the final stages of contract signing. That simulation-first approach is interesting. Rather than automating blindly, they're validating ROI in a digital twin before committing capital to physical systems. SK Group Chairman Chae Tae-won confirmed plans for a gigawatt-scale AI data center in Japan, targeting 2028 to 2029 completion, in partnership with Japanese firms, positioned as both an enterprise AI service hub and an SK Hynix memory showcase. SeAH Steel secured a 1,750-ton stainless steel pipe contract for the UK's Teesside CCUS project, supplying carbon dioxide capture and transport infrastructure, rated for temperatures down to -196 degrees Celsius, in a global carbon capture market projected to reach roughly $50 billion by 2030. Daehan Electric Wire signed MOU agreements with Belgian offshore contractor Belgian and Dutch firm Boskalis at a Korea-EU forum in Brussels, targeting HVDC submarine cable projects across European energy markets. So what does this mean for global industry analysts and supply chain managers? Earlier, we said Stargate needs 75% of Samsung and SK Hynix's combined output. That math means any AI infrastructure project outside the top-tier relationship with OpenAI faces structural chip allocation competition through at least 2027. Watch the June 15th Altman-Samsung meeting for any signals on supply volume commitments. Korea Shipbuilding's simulate-first approach, partnering with Siemens rather than building proprietary systems, is a replicable model for any heavy industry sector facing simultaneous labor decline and Chinese competitive pressure. SeAH Steel's CCUS, WIN, and Daehan Electric Wire's European HVDC agreements signal that Korean specialty materials are becoming embedded at the component level in European green infrastructure, a stickier competitive position than commodity supply, and one that tends to compound over multiple project cycles. That's today's AI Prism Industry Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Juan Ifra award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.